Legends, what is up? What is happening? And all of the sardines, the world in crypto has gone bearish. Is the crash over? Can we expect lower? Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. Let's look at CVD. Quite interesting stuff that happened on CVD today. Let's look at the liquidity heat map purely from a technical perspective. Let's see where we are. Can we expect lower, or is there still a chance? Is there still a chance for bullish momentum here to the upside? Yesterday during my live stream, I said a specific structure needs to hold to complete the fifth wave to the upside. And we've lost that structure. Okay, was this just a flush out? Or can we continue here to the downside? There is a key level that I'm watching, okay? I'm not sure if we're going to get there, but if we do get there, it's definitely an area of interest to me. Okay, let's say hi to the community here in the comments. I see Dev is in the house. Welcome, Mr. Dev. Irina, always nice to have you here on the stream. Thanks for joining. Valerie, oh dear world, hello. How are you? I'm very well, thanks. I'm back in South Africa. Let's dive in, legends. Let's dive into the alpha. Let me put the music a little bit softer. Let me know if the music are bothering you guys, if the mic is loud enough, if there's anything bugging you. Let's share the screen over here. Okay, cool. Can everyone see? Can everyone hear me? Let me put myself here in the middle. Right, legends, welcome. Ibinya, hi, new to your channel, sir. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Love your TA. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. let's analyze the situation here together. And for those of you that's been with me for some time, you will know that I always share both the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Why we stay in the game is because we practice good risk management. Okay, if you risk 1% per trade, you will stay in the game even if you lose. And I can guarantee you guys that even as a successful day trader, I lose trades. It's part of the games. I see it as losing some business or paying some business expenses, as long as you can keep the losses small and the wins bigger. Okay. Right, legends. Looking at this structure over here, I mean, wow, everyone is so bearish with this small little dump here to the downside. Looking at this entire structure, we've been through far worse. Okay. Nonetheless, let's see where we are. Legends, the first thing I want to have a look at is, let's just do a fixed range profile for this entire consolidation area over here. What is so interesting about this fixed range profile, legends, is that regardless of the noise, and this is how range traders trade, okay? If you're a range trading specialist and this is your strategy that you specialize in, what range traders do is that they wait for a range to form, okay, so that you can have your value area high, your value area low, and you can form a point of control somewhere, okay? And the point of control will move around depending on where price is ranging inside of this structure. Okay, and the rule for range traders is you have a deviation above, you aim for the lows, okay? So you enter a short and you take profits as soon as you hit the lows. Then you have a deviation below, you wait until you re-enter the range and you keep the trade open, okay, and there you would have been stopped out, okay? But then you had another deviation, you enter and then you take profits by the highs. You have another deviation, and I think this was quite a scary part. This was, I remember everyone being extremely bearish over here, and if you were a range trader longing, and I'm not sure where you would have had your invalidations, but perhaps you would have waited for acceptance back above, entered with your stop below the low, you aim for the highs, you got the highs, you get a deviation, and now we attempted again. There was a deviation, okay? There was a deviation above, and what range traders will typically do is they are now in shorts at the moment with their stops above the highs. And most probably with this dump here to the downside, some range traders will now protect their position so that if they get stopped out, they break even, okay? They don't get stopped out at a loss. And they are planning to take profits, guess where? At the bottom of the range, okay? They don't care what happens inside here. They don't care about the news. They don't care how people hype it up or hype it down. We're going back to $40,000. We're going to $100,000. When you're at the top of the range, they will short, okay, as soon as you get acceptance back inside, and they are planning to take profits at the low of the range again. Okay, we've also lost the point of control, okay, and the point of control is quite significant inside of the range because it shows you where the most amount of volume was traded during this entire range so far. Okay, so from a 4-hour time frame perspective, we are back inside the range. And it looks like for now we have lost the point of control, which increases the probabilities that you are more than likely coming back to the bottom of the range. Okay, tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. This is pure technical. It's not because I feel like it. It's just happened so many times already. And range traders actually make more money inside of ranges. They love ranges. They don't like this price action, this pumpy action that gets us all excited. This pumpy action, they just stay out of it, okay? They play the ranges. They wait for a range to form, and this is where they make the most of their money, is inside of ranges. And this is a massive range that's forming over here, or that's been in play since March, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me just take all the mess here out. This range has started since Feb. Holy crap. Okay, the high was in March. Yes, the high was in March. That's where I'm getting my ducks confused. Right, legends. Now the question is, are we coming back down to the 786? Okay. What we do have to acknowledge is that we have the value area low in this range. Okay. And then a little bit further up, we have that all golden 618 level. Okay. I really like the 0.618 level over here, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Okay. Also, what increases the probabilities of claiming this low potentially over here is tapping the 0.88. Because when you have a pivot low and a pivot high, okay, let's just talk about this low over here. When you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low. But I think what's more interesting, if I take a fib from this low, okay, that 618 to me also looks juicy. Okay, this is potentially a better fib to pull from the ultimate low to the double top that we have over here. Okay, 618 value area low, where people have most probably entered shorts over here from a range trading perspective. We've lost the point of control and they are waiting for us to claim the bottom of the range. And I mean, we could even come and deviate below again, like we've done, and tap the 0.786. Legends, ooh, this, let me just take the scribble out. It doesn't look so fresh. Okay, let me just leave my comments. What I wanted to say over here is, if we had to find the momentum here to the downside, you want to see this as the maximum target for bullish momentum to still continue to the upside, and for us to have a chance to still come and claim this high in the short to medium term. You want to see $59,000, okay, as a maximum target here to the downside, because this could still be an impulsive structure 1, 2, and you have a third wave that takes you to the all-time high, claiming the highs, and even going to $85,000. Right. Okay. The one thing I do want to highlight over here is this is definitely a possibility, and I mean it can do this as well. Okay, 618 can even do it at the 50%, maybe front running everyone over here, and you get the bounce sooner rather than later in confluence with this trend. Just want to show everyone where I get the trends from. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, I've connected a trend line with this pivot and this high, or this higher low over here, and we got a trend. So there's definitely a possibility that we can come down here. We have a little bit of a fake out, making everyone extremely bearish, and then you bounce here on the value area low 618. You get a bounce, you get acceptance back inside the trend, and off to the races we go. We're going, everyone on Twitter, we're going back to $100,000. Bull market is back in swing. So definitely, because you are still making higher lows and the structure is still intact. Okay, the one thing that's missing over here is we need to make a higher high. We haven't made a higher high yet. Okay, so as long as we can make a higher low, there's still a chance that we can go and make yet again a higher high. Right. From a massively bearish perspective is you lose this trend altogether, take it out, okay, and then we come and bounce on this trend over here. So since everyone is so damn bearish, let's just paint out the worst bearish case scenarios that could play out over here. Okay, I can even take the structure out the way and just clean up the I do actually like this fib. Okay, looking at the macro structure here from the trend that I've got over here from 12 October 2023 up until where we are right now. I've simply just connected these two pivots over here, where we could definitely, if we do not find the strength inside of this structure, okay, and bounce here at a maximum target at the 786, and we lose the area, there's a chance we can even claim this 1.618, which is below this consolidation zone. And guess what? This will look bearish as hell, but you are still making higher lows, and then you have the explosion here to the upside. Okay, higher high. This is just purely a correction. Okay, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You guys get the idea that I'm trying to paint over here. This is just a corrective structure. Okay, so from the most bearish perspective that I see in the medium time frame, or the medium term, is we come and we bounce here by this consolidation area. Perhaps we find support by this consolidation area, or the fib extension from this leg to the downside 1.618 $46,833. If we do get here, it is still bullish. It's still game on, okay, from a larger time frame perspective. I'm not sure why everyone gets so bearish. The market structure is still intact for bullish momentum to continue to the upside, although I can just imagine the fear. We're going back to $10,000. Bitcoin has lost it. The altcoins are going to zero. I can just imagine the fear. You want to be there buying up the fear. Okay. Right. Legends, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Let's go through some comments. Mr. Dev, I agree. Play it on the bottom of the 618 or possible bottom. Yes, are you playing with, are you mentioning with this 1.618 or this one over here? Okay. So, I mean, we have to analyze, and as traders, we trade level to level. So the area of interest for me is that this could still be the local bottom for now. Okay, where this is a wave to the upside, we're going to make a corrective structure, whether we bounce the 618, the 50%, or the 786, but you want to see the structure hold. If we can hold, okay, $59,800 to $64,000, if we can hold inside of this box, okay, there's a chance that we can still come and claim the highs and continue with the bull market here to the upside and not have the trend break or the 618 level hit over here. But this structure needs to remain bullish. So this is quite an important area over here, which could invalidate the structure, because as soon as you start tapping and dancing around the 0.88, you increase the probabilities that you're going to take the low. And guess what? You can now just imagine for yourself, if we've done this structure is invalidated for bullish momentum to continue, then the price of Bitcoin needs to build a new structure to take us out of here. It doesn't just do that. It needs a wave to carry you out. Okay, it needs a wave first to carry you out. This wave carried us out. Potentially this wave is going to carry us out, but inside of this wave you need a wave to carry you out. Okay, don't need to make it technical over here, but basically what I'm trying to highlight over here is, if this wave has a chance of carrying us out and coming to claim the all-time high, you don't want to see us lose $59,863. Okay, if we lose this level, it just means that this consolidation area is still going to last a little bit longer than what people thought. Okay, right, legends, let's go back here onto the 1 hour and see what is happening more locally. Okay, I see I've got a Elliot wave comment over here. Is it a this wave 1-2 from the fifth wave of big 3 looks very similar to big wave 1-2 from start to wave 31k, where the second didn't come down to but stopped the, we might not see 64k hit. Okay, I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying over here, and it's difficult for me to picture it in my mind. And I'm also not sure which time frame you're referring to. Is it the daily time frame? Is it this structure that you're looking at over here? The one thing that we just have to acknowledge, legends, is this wave is confusing as hell, okay, from an Elliot wave perspective. What happened over here, okay, I think confused the crap out of a lot of Ellioticians. And I can even see today when I watch some of the Ellioticians' theories as to what do they think is going to play out here, they're scratching their heads. Like, it can be a truncated fifth wave here to the upside, definitely a possibility, but it's very, very rare in Elliot wave theory, and it only applies once all other scenarios fail. Okay, so the question is, okay, before I just park the Elliot wave theory and keep it more simple for everyone over here, is that this looked so beautiful, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were waiting for the fifth wave here to the upside, and we thought that this structure was going to take us there. But now we've taken the low, and now we need a new structure to build and to get us momentum here to the upside. But the fact that we did not take the third wave over here is very confusing, because now it looks like, let me paint it for you otherwise, is this the scenario where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is a larger A, BC, ABC, ABC, where this can be a WXY. Okay, now I know it gets confusing, legends, because this corrective structure has just been extremely long. And one interesting thing I do want to check out is from a timing perspective, from the lows to the high, we are past the 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, so you would have wanted to see the correction end here at the 1-to-1, and we're still getting dumpy action here to the downside. Okay, so from an Elliott wave perspective, legends, it is just confusing as hell. It looks, you know, and this is what it looks like to me that could still be in play. If I look at the larger structure here on the 4-hour time frame, if I look at this entire structure over here, we could still have a ABC, simple corrective structure which has a lot of WXYs inside. ABC, just ABC, 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 AB, just all of the ABCs inside of this big ABC structure over here. Okay, let me just put it simply like that. Because this structure ended so weirdly, and this structure could also be a B wave structure, a corrective structure, not a proper impulsive structure where we're going to make the final C wave here to the downside, and then we're going to start building proper impulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Right, where would you start longing or place your limit orders, sir? I do not trade with limit orders. Okay, I trade 90% of my trades. I would even say 95% of my trades I execute with market orders, depending on the price action that I see in front of me. I want to see a reaction. I want to see proof of support, proof of resistance. I do sometimes, very seldom, trade with a limit order if I'm very confident about a specific trade and I know exactly where to put my risk. My risk management is most important. I, for one, cannot. Okay, this is what I mean by limit orders. Some people will look at the structure over here and say, it's bullish as hell. We will never get over here. There's no chance in hell we're only going up from here. And they will put a limit order by the 382, they will put a limit order by the 50%, they'll put a limit order by the 618, and a limit order by the 786. Okay, and maybe they'll put a stop loss here underneath the 0.88, or they'll put their stop loss underneath here. Okay, and typically what happens is, I mean, how do you manage risk? If you're entering a massive position or you don't know where to put your stop loss, so perhaps you're playing the hope game over here. Okay, first limit order kicks in, great, you get a small little bounce, you get a rejection here by the trend, you fall down. Second limit order kicks in, so there's no risk. Okay, there's no risk management. Okay, then you're hoping, okay, maybe we're going to get the bounce, and maybe we're going to get the bounce, and it starts falling down. Limit order kicks in, and then okay, maybe it will turn around over here when we bounce by the train, and maybe we get that little bounce. Yeah, and I get super excited. Yes, I made it, and it makes a lower high, and it does this. Okay, so you have to have a clear invalidation if you are building a larger swing position. Do you guys remember yesterday during my live stream, someone asked me the same question about the swing trade with this little structure over here, and I said I don't like swing trades, especially speaking about swing trades to the community, because I've just often seen when we were over here and we were inside of this range. Okay, people said, well, why don't we just build a swing position? We put our stops here below the lows, and then what they do is, as price dumps, they add. Price dumps, they add. Price dumps, they add to the position, add to the position, add to the position, add to the position, and now you get stopped out. Okay, and the question is, how much money did you deploy over here? Were you clever about your risk management? Did you calculate how much of your portfolio you deployed here, or are you all in 100% with your portfolio at 10 or 20x leverage, and now that you've got stopped out, you've lost half of your portfolio or a big hole in your portfolio? Okay, this is why I don't like, it's not my trading style. I like, from a day trading perspective on Bitcoin, I get in, I get out. I know where to take profits. I know how to exercise great risk management. I play swing failure patterns. I don't particularly like these day trading setups. Okay, I do build larger swing positions on some of my portfolios, but that's separate and it's completely different than day trading. Okay. Right. Clean this up. So we have now taken the 0.382, which is confluence with these lows. Okay, so it could be considered as a swing failure pattern, right? Swing failure patterns, for those that are not familiar with swing failure patterns, when you have clear pivots like this and price dips beneath them and gets a recovery back above, that is regarded a swing failure pattern, because you know where to put your stop loss and you should know where to take profits. Okay, usually a fib, take a fib from the low or the high to the low, and thereby the 382, 50%, 618 is usually good profit taking areas. I also like, when I go here onto the 15-minute, I also like this dead cat bounce as a profit taking area. Okay, let me just clean it up over here. Okay, I like this area as a profit taking area if we do get a successful swing failure pattern. Okay, because we had the drop, we had the first pullback after the drop. That's what I call the range high. Okay, and you struggle, and then all of a sudden you start getting a recovery, and then perhaps you start rejecting again to find momentum back to the downside. So this is what myself and Andy also refer to as the dead cat bounce. I refer to it as the range high or the range low, depending on whether it's coming from the upside or from the downside. So this now is the range high. This is the range high over here. Always a good profit taking area if you get a successful SFP and you find continuation back to the upside. Okay, we have tapped the 0.382. So nice volume from a red volume kicking in over here. Let's go look at CVD. Let's just see what CVD is doing over here. Okay. I wanted to show you guys this on CVD. With the intro, I mentioned to you guys, look at what happened this morning with CVD. Okay, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Look at what CVD did. CVD just continued to make higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, pushing the price down, pushing the price down, pushing the price down. And then all of a sudden we got a little bit of a drop here on CVD and price started to slow down. Okay, so I mean, when I saw this, I was like, oh crap, it doesn't look good. I did take a small trade. Yeah, I took there was a daily level, if I'm not mistaken. Where was that daily? It was this daily level, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we got a wick down below at this daily level. We got a wick down below. We got acceptance back above. I entered over here. I had my stop loss. Can't remember. I had my stop loss here at the bottom, and then I got stopped out. And when I looked at CVD and I saw this, I was like, yes, CVD actually told me that we are continuing momentum to the downside. And then CVD dropped. We started getting a consolidation, but now it's just continuing here to the downside. I mean, even compared to this pivot, we started making higher highs over here. Okay, claiming the lows again. Right, let's see what happens over here. At the moment, very neutral. I don't see bearish or bullish CVD at the moment where we are here, right here. Okay, legends, as always, down in the description of this video, I've got Bluffin, one of my favorite exchanges at the moment that I do my day trading on, where you qualify for the biggest bonuses, and then Bybit and 𝗞𝗖𝗂𝗿, right? 80k bonus. What I like about Bluffin at the moment is no KYC for, I don't know how long a long time is, but I've been told no KYC for a long time. Okay, so one of my favorite exchanges, you qualify for the biggest bonuses and sign up bonuses depending on how much you deposit and trade, and by using the link downstairs in the description. I really like Andy's thumbnail over here. Right. legends, let's see, we might have a chance. What I want to share with you guys right now is that what is the highest probable level that I'm currently watching at the moment, okay? And now that I have my daily levels switched on over here, and I can actually take this one out, it's been invalidated, it didn't hold. Let's go back here onto the 4 hour. Okay, legends, I want to talk about this structure over here. Let me zoom in. I want to go in nice and big so everyone can see this level. Okay. Do you guys see this pivot? Let me just see if you guys can see this pivot. Yes. Do you guys see this pivot over here? I really like this pivot because this pivot will be a critical decision moment for me. And I'm not saying we're going to all-time highs when we hit this level. I'm saying that this pivot is going to give me the decision I need whether we are going down much further or whether we are finding the strength to continue back to the upside if we do get to this pivot over here. We have, you know, we are currently at these pivots over here, and we could front run this level. But the reason I want to discuss this level, because this is the highest probable trade, and we could definitely front run this level by SFPing from these pivots like we're attempting to do over here, okay, without even getting to this level. But if we do get to this level, what I like about this level is the dead cat bounce or the range low, okay? So I will take a line, you snap it on with a magnet, okay, and I will call this the range low. Oops. Range low. Okay. Call it the range low. It has confluence when you take a fib from the low to the highs. It has confluence with a 50% fib level, and also when I take this fib one level up, it has confluence with the 618. Okay, so there's already two areas of confluence. It has confluence with a 0.5 fib level. It has confluence with a 0.618. Okay, it's also the range low. It's also the range low. So you start building up levels of confluence. It's the range low. And then what I like about this level, for those of you that's been following me for a while, I've spoken about the range low and range high strategy many times, and it plays out beautifully from a decision-making perspective, is that the rule for this range low strategy over here states, if you come down and you tap this level, okay, for the first time, you want to tap it, you want to get an acceptance back above, and okay, let me just use some clean drawings over here. Okay, you want to tap it, you want to get acceptance back above, you know where to put your risk, and then the rule states price has to move away without tapping it again. Okay, mustn't touch that level again. Then you have a chance, and that's why you can exercise great risk management, because as soon as you move into the green, you can immediately protect your position. Okay, because the rule states it's not allowed to come back. Okay, and then you want to see price move away, because even if price comes back for a retest, it must not touch that line again. And then the rule states that if it does come back again and it taps the line for the second time, you increase the probabilities that you're going to come fill the gap. It's only allowed to tap the level once. If it taps it for a second time, you know you can short. If it doesn't tap it, you're already in for the long. You guys see what an important decision point this is for me from a range low or range high perspective. Smash up the like for the education over here. I'm giving away so much trading secrets over here that I apply on a daily basis. Okay, it actually happened today. The range low and range high strategy played out on the 10-minute time frame, if I'm not mistaken. Let me show you guys here. Okay, they play out on all the time frames. Almost every single day you find them. Okay, look at the structure over here. I want to show you guys here. And I think it was actually better on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Okay. Was it the 10-minute? I can't remember the time frame that I was watching over here. Right. Nonetheless, you have a pump to the upside. It's just the same principle. You have a pump to the upside. The first retracement, the range low line was over there. Then the rule states you want to tap the level and you want to move away. Okay, so you enter your trade with your stop loss. As soon as price starts moving away, you protect your position. And then the rule states if it taps it for a second time, you're going to come fill the gap. Okay, it tapped it for a second and a third time, and what happened? You filled the gap. Right, so once you get stopped out and you tap it for a second and the third time, you know now you're playing down, baby. You put your stop loss above the highs and you aim for the gap, the inefficiency over here. And yeah, if you know the strategy, you can make money both to the up or to the downside. So the range high and the range low strategy is a great decision point in terms of determining whether we are going up or whether we are going down, and you can play them both ways with good risk management. Okay, right, legends, let's go through some comments over here. Okay, so that is why, just to wrap this up, if I go back here onto the 1 hour time frame, this is why I like this pivot. And by all means, I do acknowledge that we might not get there. But if we do get there, okay, this is the highest probable trade that I do see on the cards at the moment. We have to also acknowledge that we do have a daily level further down, an untapped daily level at $65,217, and it might be slightly different depending on which exchange you use to analyze your charts on. Okay, let me just make sure. Let's go back onto the daily time frame. I've got some questions from people saying that, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, how do you draw daily levels and weekly levels? I have explained it before, but for the new people here, right? You zoom into the daily time frame, and then you look for two candles that open and close at exactly the same level. Open and close at exactly the same level. You take your magnet, guys, smash up the like for the alpha over here. Okay, you take your magnet and you snap it on. Okay, that is an untapped fresh daily level. No price action. After I've snapped it on here, no price action has touched it as yet. You can see this week didn't touch it. That is a daily level. I can't put a daily level over here because this price action already went into the daily level. So you're looking for daily levels that is untapped. Okay, I can't use a daily level over here because there's a wick going into the daily. So I've removed it. Here is still a daily, untapped at the moment, right? Further down, this daily level was already tapped. This daily level still needs to be tapped, okay? And you guys have seen from previous live streams and trading setups how powerful these daily levels are from a swing failure perspective, where you get the wick down, you get acceptance back above, game on, baby, you know. And I'm not saying you're going to all-time highs. You need to know where to take profits. At least you know how to manage your risk. You do not put a limit order, okay? This is why I don't trade with limit orders, okay? Some people will look at a daily level and they go like, let's go, baby. 50x, 20% of my account, let's go. Or 100% of my account. You put a limit order there at the daily level, just assuming, okay, that you're going to get that beautiful SFP and continue and reverse the trend over here. And then what happened this morning is we tapped the daily level and we just smashed through it. Okay, so you don't want to have a limit order. You want to see, you want to, you know, put your alarms. This is what I like to do, is that I will go and switch on my alarms just above this daily level. Or you can put even an alarm on the daily level. So, you know, you in front of your charts when your alarm starts going off, so that you can observe the price action over here. Is to say that, well, when price action then comes down here, your alarm starts going off. You're like, okay, you sit in front of your PC and you pay attention. When price goes and it slices through, you wait. You don't do anything. You just wait. You sit on your hands. When price slows down and it gets acceptance back above, that's where you take action. You need to be sniper about it. You enter right there with your risk management below the lows. And what I like to do is, when I start moving into profit, I protect my position, because double bottoms and double tops are they play out very often, where you get the price action above and it does that. Again, you get acceptance back above. It stops me out at break even. I re-enter. Okay. Right. Lots of alpha over here. Legends, I hope this makes sense. But that's basically how I determine weekly, daily, and monthly levels. You just go for weekly. You go onto the weekly time frame, and you can go and look for weekly levels. Okay. I've got weekly levels, a folder here for weekly levels. Weekly levels, I've got monthly levels. There's an untapped weekly level over here. This weekly level is actually interesting. It's now invalidated. You can take it out. Okay. Right, let's go through some comments. I think I've given enough education right now at the moment. We have a weekly and a daily level over here. Just want to see with which fib level it aligns. That's quite a strong level. When you have a weekly and a daily level close together, that can be very strong. In the golden zone, between the 618 and the 786, not really a level in confluence with the Fibonacci, so we have a chance. Okay, 50% fib level with this range. Sorry, with the range low that I've discussed, still the juiciest level that I see over here. Okay, but I mean, legends, we have to acknowledge, I'm not saying that that is the level for momentum to the upside. I'm saying this is a decision level for me to see what's going to happen, because we could definitely come back here to the 786, even bounce here inside of the golden zone, and then you get momentum back to the upside. Okay, let's go through some comments. Where would, okay, this wave 2 of the 5th of the big third will drop only to 302.62k. The second wave of the 5th, this wave 2 of the 5th, wave 2 of the 5th. No, sorry, my man. I know you're trying to explain yourself, and I'm trying to understand. I like to see people showing me their charts of the wave. Similar. Okay. Right. Let's carry on over here. Late, sorry, Roman. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Hi, Devil. Thanks for the TA. Atom and Link will be for sale, and I'm very ready for it. Yes, I've got. Not Link. I will buy Link at $10, guys. If I get Link at $10, I'm there like a bear. Okay. You can, and also want to go through here. If you guys would like me to go through, yes, I've reanalyzed most of my altcoin portfolio over here, so freshened up the trend, put some Fibonacci's, resistance areas. I'm looking for some buy up zones. And Link, where's Mr. Link over here? I need to add Link to that list. I know that Andy is very bullish on Link, but he also will only add when it hits a certain level. Link. USDT. Link, where are you? Here we go. Back onto the daily. Okay, let's see what is cooking over here with Mr. Link. Definitely, it just looks so crystal clear. I think Link is one of the ones that it looks really, really nice from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Just looks really nice. I'm interested in Link here by $10, and the reason I'm interested in Link at that level is because when I take a fib from the low to the high, but it's in the golden zone. It's in the golden zone. Okay, it also has confluence with this consolidation area over here. I like that consolidation area, and I like these lows over here. Okay, typically what happens is you come back down, you get acceptance back above these lows. Also, it's regarded as an SFP. You're inside the golden zone. You want to see your RSIs all at the bottom, whatever indicator you like to use. You're finding support by this consolidation area. It's 618, 786 as the maximum target. $8. I would be aggressively buying Link here at $8, where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and off to the races you go. Where this is then a 1, 2, massive explosive third wave here to the upside. Okay, so definitely I'm not buying Link where it is right now, and this is I don't have Link in my portfolio. I would really like to add Link to my portfolio. Okay, and the only time that I will be interested in buying Link is in this zone. Okay, that's where I'm interested in buying Link. Okay, and then the other coin you mentioned was Link and Atom. Was it Atom? I'm also very bullish here on Atom. Let's go look at Atom here quick. Let's see what is cooking over here. Okay, Atom looks like it's almost ready. It's almost ready. Okay, FIB from the low to the high. It's already tapped to 0.88, but I think, you know, everyone, you just need to realize that altcoins do not respect Elliott wave theory as beautifully as Bitcoin and some of the more mature markets. I have often seen altcoins tap the 0.88, okay, and still get an explosive third wave to the upside. Many times it happens on the altcoins, okay. But I mean, there's a possibility that you can come and claim this low as well. Because you've tapped the 0.88, you could definitely SFP from the lows over here. I mean, if we can get this at $5.6, around about $6, Atom, definitely, I will be there buying like a bear. I'm buying like a bull, sorry, I'm buying like a bull, not like a bear, right? Also, a sweep of this low over here, a sweep of this low, I'm also interested. We can find the momentum down here and you get acceptance back above, okay? Also here at the trend, how we're going to react here by the trend. Atom looks good from a structural perspective, it looks really good. Okay. For me, this is still inside of accumulation zone over here. Just looking at the larger structure. Okay, looking at the larger structure, it's still inside of accumulation zone. Right. Okay, also, you know, keeping it simple, if you don't want to bother about Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci, it's all too damn confusing. You just want to, you know, you want to keep it simple, right? Track the momentum here to the downside, put your alarm in, and, you know, and trend line traders, and they are very, I just want to stress to everyone, they are very, very successful, extremely successful trend line traders in the world because they are consistent, they practice good risk management, and they don't care about Elliott wave theory, they don't care about Fibonacci. All they do is trade trend lines, and the reason they are successful is because they can play to the upside, they can play to the downside. They've mastered both skills. They're not just bullish and can only play to the upside, or just bearish and can only play to the downside. And they are consistent with their trades. They always enter with the same amount of money. They practice good risk management in terms of never losing 1 to 3% of their portfolio with any given trade. And they are robotic about it. They take profits by the 50% FIB level, 618 FIB level. Or which they will do is, some traders don't even look at the FIB levels, they will look at pivots. Okay, if we get a breakout, okay, TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, that's how they play it. And I've seen many successful day traders. Right, so if you do not know everything else and trading sounds too complicated because I'm speaking about Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci and trend-based FIB extensions, you can be a successful day trader by only using trend lines, but you need to go and practice them. You need to perfect them. You need to know the rules around them. What candles constitutes a breakout candle? Do you look for a body candle close above the trend? What time frame are you looking at? Okay, so once you've got those rules bedded down and you've back tested your strategy on a specific commodity, coin, gold, platinum, whatever you want to play, I recommend that you only use that trendline strategy on a coin that you are familiar with and that you've built a personality with. Okay, you can still be a successful trader by applying rules that you stick to, be consistent with good risk management. Okay, and you can see there has been many of them over here, right? There was a break of trend, there was a break, lots of break of trends over here. Okay, right, but I mean, Atom is not, some of the altcoins, I'll be honest with you guys, is not the best trend line strategy coins. Okay, you need to find the coin where it works really good for your strategy. Okay, let's go through some more comments over here. Late, sorry, seen. Okay, thanks for watching. That's it from. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone from Los Angeles. Miss Melanie, thank you so much for joining. I always see you making comments after the live stream saying that, you know, good morning. We are finished with the live stream already. Okay. BTC to 100K. Bangish, you're saying to 100K. Crypto Big Brains, welcome to the stream. So much alpha here, guys. Smash the like for Devil. Thank you so much. Plans coming together for the 5th, seems like. Mental discipline is important as well. Yes, mental discipline. I cannot overestimate that there's a lot of people that they start getting the technical analysis quite, nailed down, and then what wipes them out of the game is because they can't overcome the mental greed and fear, and they don't stick to the rules. Okay, so you might have a rule, and everyone always asks me, what do you mean by rules, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽? Is to say that if you have $1,000 account, okay, and your rule is for any given trade that you enter, you will not have a stop loss of more than 1% total loss of your portfolio. And then you go and enter a trade, but if you get stopped out, you're going to lose 10% of your portfolio. You've broken your rule. Doesn't matter how confident you are in the trade, you need to stick to your rules. Okay. Right, legends, that is basically it for me today. 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗍𝗽, just wanted to go through a couple of more altcoins over here. I've been looking at 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗍𝗽. I've also been looking at Total 3. I wanted to talk about Total 3. I was looking at Total 3 here today. Quite a steep uptrend here to the upside. Looking at Total 3 from 19 October. And for those of you that don't know what Total 3 is, Total 3 basically means all the money flowing into the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is the money currently inside of Link and all the meme coins and Polkadot or whatever the 𝗖𝗍𝗽𝗍, VRA, whatever the case might be. Okay, so for altcoins to still do their magic here to the upside, you want to see us hold this trend, okay, which we've almost tapped now, almost there. You want to see us hold this trend, and let's see, perhaps we get a bounce here, perhaps we get a bounce for continuation, and I want to see us break this trend over here. Okay, but also what I'm keeping in mind from a bearish perspective, let's say we do hit a little bit of a stumble here to the downside, we can still come back down to the 50%, 618 and 786 over here. And I mean, the world is going to be absolutely bearish if this happens. You lose the structure, okay, you lose the structure, and then you get the bounce back to the upside, where I will then take my trend and adjust it. Okay, right, legends, so for now, based on the data that we have now, there's a chance for a bounce. Okay, just clean this up a little bit. Okay, there's a chance that we can bounce here, and some of the altcoins can recover a little bit here to the upside. Also taking a look at the structure over here, just zooming in over here. Okay, there's a chance. Let's see. Okay, it's at the 618, at the trend. So just purely looking at this structure over here. Okay, it's at the 618. There's a chance that we could bounce here. Definitely a chance. Right, for altcoins to continue bullish momentum, or to recover some of the losses that we've seen over the weekend and yesterday. Right, let's see how this level holds. Obviously, you break trend, you start tapping here. The 0.88 increases probabilities of taking the low. Okay, right, legends, smash up the like if you guys enjoy the content. And as always, legends, down in the description of this video, I've got Bluffin, Bybit, and 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽. I'm personally using Bluffin a lot lately, especially from a non-KYC perspective, and also the nice big bonus that you receive from a trading perspective, which gets airdropped as you trade. Okay, legends, that is it from my side today. Have yourselves an awesome night, and for those of you that woke up, awesome day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Cheers for now.